Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Ekdanth Environment Education. Today we are going to see the paper analysis of GATE 2023 of paper Environment Science and Engineering. So in this particular video we are going to just see the technical paper and not the aptitude and the engineering mathematics. Okay, because you will find the aptitude and the engineering mathematics subject on every your channel. Okay, every coaching institutes are discussing that aptitude and the engineering mathematics. So I will be only focusing on the technical paper, and whatever questions that I have received from the students, only that questions I'm going to discuss. Okay, very few questions are there, like 7 to 8 questions, and we will just discussing that questions only. Okay, and apart from that, what will be the important topics for all the civil engineering aspirants, that also we are going to see in the video. Okay, so if you are new to this channel, please subscribe the channel and like the channels, and surely this channel will be very much helpful for your preparations. And without wasting much more time, let's start the paper analysis. Okay, so the very first question that I get is that you will also very much relate. Arrange the following act from oldest to the latest. Okay, means in the paper they have just given the act. Okay, they have not given the year. They have not given the year in the paper. They have just mentioned that you have to arrange the act from oldest to the latest. Okay, and the very first question in that option is Environment Protection Act, Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act, Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Act, and the last one is e-waste. Okay, so these were the four options, and you have to arrange from oldest to the latest one. So if we are going to see, the very first Environment Protection Act was enforced in 1986, Water Act 1974, Air Act 1981, and E-Waste 2016. Okay, so based on this, the very oldest act is Water Act. Okay, so the correct sequence for our answer will be this. Okay, here you can see the correct sequence. Here you can see the correct sequence. The very first one will be your uh, Water Act. Okay, Water Act first, then comes your Air, then Environment Protection Act, and the last one will be your e-waste. Okay, so this is the correct sequence. Okay, friends, so here e-waste, I have written the e-waste. This is the latest one. I was not able to recall what the student has told me the options, and it was very much sure that the last option was the latest act. Okay, so it might be the solid waste management act or the e-waste. So I have considered the e-waste, and in the option also you will find that the last will be the latest one, but above three options are correct. Okay, above three options are correct, and the last one I have also a doubt whether this was there or not. Okay, so this was the first one. Moving to the next question, it was like calculate the discharge in meter cube per second for 3-hour unit hydrograph, 1 centimeter rainfall axis. The catchment area was given 240 kilometer square. Okay, so please check whether the value of the catchment area was 240 kilometer square or 250. Okay, I am not sure it is 240 or 250. Okay, uh, very much sure about the things that it was the 3-hour unit hydrograph, and 1 centimeter rainfall axis was there, and you have to calculate the discharge in meter cube second. Okay, so this was very much confirmed, but I am having a doubt in 240 kilometer square area. If it is correct, then the answer will be also correct. Okay, so I have calculated by taking the value 240 kilometer square as a catchment area. So here you have to draw the graph by discharge versus time over, and initially it will be 1 hour unit hydrograph, that's why, and later on it will be 3 hour. Okay, so total will be the 4 hours. Okay, so discharge I have denoted by QP, and by formula, triangle area formula, you will get the formula half discharge into time, time will be in seconds, is equal to area into rainfall axis. Okay, putting all the value by 1 by 2, keeping discharge QP, time is 4 hours. So converting hour into seconds, so 4 into 60 into 60. Okay, is equal to catchment area is kilometer square, so we have to convert the kilometer square into meter square. So the value will be 240 into 10 to the power 6 and 1 centimeter rainfall axis. So convert centimeter into meter, the value will be 1 into 10 raised to minus 2. Okay, so putting all the values and converting it into form, simpler form, so QP will get the answer as discharge is equal to, okay, you will get the value discharge which is equal to 333.33 meter cube per second if the value of the catchment area is 240. If the value is 250, the value will change. Okay, so this was the answer. Moving to the next question. Which of the following is not the waste category of the biomedical waste? Okay, you have to identify from the given option that which option is not the waste category of the biomedical waste. Okay, so from there we all know that these are the five waste categories of the biomedical, right? Yellow, blue, black, red, and white. Apart any other color apart from these five will not be the answer. Okay, so from the given option, green was there in the option, and so our answer will be green. Okay, green is your answer. Okay, so moving to the next question. Arrange the greenhouse gases in ascending order based on their global warming potential value for the time frame of 100 years. Okay, very interesting question, huh? Very interesting. What you have to do, you have to arrange the greenhouse gases, okay, in ascending order based on what? Based on the global warming potential value. Okay, also the time frame is given as 100 years. Okay, now so first of all we have to understand what is the global warming potential. Global warming potential means the gases are having the potential of absorbing the heat, and by absorbing the heat they are raising or they are increasing the temperature of the atmosphere and the earth surface. Okay, so that is the global warming potential of a particular gas. Every gas is having a different global warming potential value. Okay, and as the time frame changes from 20 years, 10 years, 50 years, 100 years, their value also changes. Okay, some are having the potential to absorb the heat for 20 years, some are having the potential to absorb the heat up to 100 years, and after that they are losing their potentiality to absorb the heat. Okay, so particularly in the question it was given that the time frame of 100 years. Okay, so based on that the greenhouse gases we have to arrange in the ascending order on global warming potential value. Okay, so option that were given in the paper was CH for methane, nitrous oxide, N2O, CHF3 and CH2F2. Okay, they have just given the names. Okay, they have just given the names in the paper, they have not given the value. And so by value, if we put the value into it, we will get that methane is having the value of 21, N2O is having the value 310, CHF3 is having the value 11,700 global warming potential value. Okay, and CH2F2 is having the value 650. So by arranging these gases in the ascending order, the correct sequence what we get is this. So if you are knowing that the options, then you will relate that this option was available in this paper. Okay, so this is the correct sequence. So first will be your methane nitrous oxide, then CHF3, then sorry, CH2F2, and then comes your CHF3. So this is the correct sequence for this question. Moving to the next question. Value of S2, SO2, NO2 and PM10 are 80, 80 and 100 respectively. Okay, you have to calculate the National Air Quality Index. Okay, I have recalled from the words of that student, they have said like similar like that, but something is missing like units and other things what he has told to me, and so based on that missing data I cannot recall what exactly was there, and so I have not calculated this thing, the National Air Quality Index. Somewhat the option was like 260, 151 and 100, and the last option is also missing. So I cannot calculate this thing because of missing data. Okay friends, so this was like that, and if you are having the proper data of this question, you can please share in the comment box, and we will surely be solving and sharing with the other friends. Okay, moving to the next question. The question was asked related to the rainfall measurement. Okay, rainfall measurement, and the rainfall data were given at a different station located in the area, and it was asked to calculate the average rainfall using the Thyssen polygon method. Okay, they have told to calculate the average rainfall data using the Thyssen polygon method. Very specific method was asked to calculate the average rainfall. Okay, there are total three methods to calculate the average rainfall, and among them they have asked the Thyssen polygon methods. Okay, the question is again, there are some missing datas in the questions. It was like there are 6 to 7 stations where the gauges were installed to measure the rainfall, and some similar this kind of structure was there, this kind of pattern was there, how the stations were located to calculate to measure the rainfall. Okay, and so due to improper data or the missing data, we cannot calculate the exact value. So similar things was there in the question paper. Moving to the next question. It was like two spherical particle, one made up of clay and the other of metal, and it was like the in the question it was that there were two spherical particles, one made up of clay and the other is of metal, and the kinematic viscosity of the liquid through which both the particles were traveling were same. They are having the same kinematic viscosity for both the cases. Okay, also the diameter of the clay particle was given as 75 micron meter. Okay, it was given that the diameter of the clay particle is 75 micrometer. Okay, kinematic viscosity is same. Then velocity of the clay particle was twice the velocity of the metal. Also, the specific gravity of the clay particle was given as 2.65, and the specific gravity of the metal was given as 8. Okay, it was 8 and 2.65. Okay, moving to next. You have to calculate the diameter of the metal particle in micrometer. Okay, and you have to assume that the flow is laminar. So this was the question, right? And if you feel that any of the data is missing from this question, you can comment on it, and we will rectify with the new fresh solution. Okay, and whatever the data I have with particular related to this question, I have put into it, and if you still feel that if some of the data are missing, then please you can comment on it. Okay, so moving to the solution part. It was here clearly it is given that the clay particles and the metal particles are there. Their diameter of the clay is 75 micron. You have to calculate the diameter of the metal particle, and velocity of the clay particle is twice the velocity of the metal. So we are assuming the velocity of the clay as Vc and the velocity of particle metal particle as Vm. Okay, moving to next. Specific gravity as 2.65 and specific gravity of metal as 8. So as per the Stokes law, what the Stokes law says, the terminal velocity of the particle, right? So the so you can see that as per the Stokes law, the formula is V is equal to G by 18 specific gravity minus 1 diameter square upon kinematic viscosity. So if we compare all the parameters for clay particle and the metal particle, the gravitational acceleration is same. So this will be removed, 18 will be removed, kinematic viscosity is similar, so this will be removed. Okay, the only part or the only formula which will be remaining will be velocity is equal to g minus 1 d square. Okay, so we have to deal with just this much part. So calculating clay particle and metal particle, so Vc upon Vm is equal to Gc minus 1 dc square, Gm minus 1 dm square. So this will be the formula to calculate the diameter of the diameter of the metal particle. Okay, putting all the values into it, what we will get? Putting all the values, we will get as that the diameter of the metal particle is 25.74 micrometer, right? So diameter of the metal particle is 25.74 micrometer. Now again there is a question that you have to round up the answer in the form of integer. Okay, so if your answer is coming in the decimal form, you have to convert it into the integer form. Okay, so converting it, the diameter of the metal will comes out to be 26 micrometer. Okay, so if you are getting this answer, then it's well and good. If due to some due to some values, the data answer change, it might be possible. Okay, but whatever data I have received related to this question, the answer comes out to be 26 micrometer. Okay, moving to the next question. It was like match the following. Again I have missing the data with me. It was like match the following. They have asked the Darcy's law, Henry's law, Fick's law, and other fourth law was also there. I'm not remembering it. And you have to match that Henry's law is for, Darcy's law is for, and Fick's law is for. Okay, so similarly you have to match the following with the proper laws. Okay, this was the question. Apart from this, there was a question like which of the following is not disposed at sanitary landfill? Which of the waste is not considered for disposal at sanitary landfill? So the option was like household hazardous waste, nuclear waste, chromium based waste, and another one option was there. So you have to select the option which was not disposed at a sanitary landfill even after the treatment. Okay, so till that the option nuclear waste will come, right? And somewhat in the question also some datas are missing, not proper question is formed. That's why we cannot answer to this question also. Like similar question was there in the paper. Okay friends, then the topic of urban heat island effect was also there in the paper, urban heat island effects. So very much sometimes this is also said to be as sea breeze effect. Okay, sea breeze effect and urban heat island effects both are similar. Okay friends, moving to the next. So this was up to date the question that what I have received from the students, and all we have discussed. Even though if you are having some of the questions, then you can please share with me in the comments, and definitely we will be discussing with you all. Okay friends, and till date if you found that the analysis was up to date, then thank you so much, and please subscribe the channel. And I want to say that in particular this year paper environment science and engineering, a good weightage was given to the subjects like air pollution. Many questions you will find from air pollution, solid waste management, microbiology, water and wastewater engineering. Particularly the question from air pollution, particularly the questions from air pollution and solid waste management was very much important, है ना? So this was the update. And for all the civil engineering students, I want to say that for your paper that is on next Saturday and Sunday, so you should focus on these topics like air pollution and solid waste management. Okay, and very important, I want to convey the messages to the students of civil engineering that you will find the question of solid waste management. Okay, you will find a solid waste management question definitely, and that question will not be a repeated question. You will not find the repeated question in your paper. Every time solid waste management question changes, okay, and it's a trending topic, solid waste management. So definitely you will expect a new question from the gate, from IIT Kanpur in GATE. Okay, so please very much be prepared for this subject, solid waste management and air pollution. You will find the new questions from this two subjects, two topics. Okay, so please focus on these two more in environment also. Okay, friends. So this was the update from Ekdanth Environment Educations, and thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe the channel if you liked the video. Thank you so much, friends.